here with the wonderful Ed James from Heart FM. You told me to say that.
I did.
Yeah,
I paid him very well to say that.
Ed, neither of us are engineers.
No.
But what a 2 days this has been. How much have we learned?
I've learnt loads, and I think as well, it answers the problem that most industries have in terms of everyone has a skills gap, and we try to make this point on stage that actually this industry is the only one that's taken that as a problem and really found an answer to that in a way that just makes so much sense. And I have a feeling everything that's been talked about on stage over the last 2 days will absolutely be adopted by pretty much all industries in the future, which is awesome.
One of the projects that we're doing right now is the workshops. We had the first one in Coventry University. We had amazing feedback and contributions.
The collaboration between businesses, university, the government, obviously with the funding, it's just incredible to see. And the fact that they're trying to help the skills gap all the way back down to primary school, it's really incredible. What's been the highlight for you? I know you shouldn't pick, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What's been your highlight?
The whole thing has been a highlight. I think the conference,
That's a cop-out.
It is a cop-out, and I'll explain a little bit further. Charlie Martin, I thought, was incredible. She blew me away. Just the struggle through adversity in not just one aspect, but two, and how she rose above that was awesome. If you haven't heard her story, please find out more about it because it's inspiring. And Flabella Costa as well. So she kicked off the whole 2 days. And in a nutshell, she and her team were responsible for the motors that were used on Ingenuity, which was the helicopter used for the first ever powered extraterrestrial flight on Mars. And to be in a room hearing her talk about how that happened and the process and what went wrong, you had to just take a step back and go, you don't get to hear these stories. And it was just incredible. And the inspiration actually that you can take from, if you've got kids, to know that these jobs are out there and it's achievable for people, that blew me away.
Yeah, incredible. And we've had everything here. We've just had flying cars.
Cars.
Flying taxis, incredible. So the world is turning into an incredible place. Electrification is here to stay. It's going to grow. If you're watching this, please get into electrification. If you're into mechanical engineering or you're thinking of a career leaving school, this is a great career to get into. There's so many exciting projects. Thanks, Ed.
Pleasure, thank you.
It's great to meet you.
And thanks to ERS Hub for inviting us along. It's a great opportunity for us to actually talk a little bit about some of the work we're doing here in the UK.
Around Milton Keynes. So if you order your food, it'll deliver to you. And it's autonomous. It decides how it's going to get there. If something gets in the way, it decides what to do. It interacts with the traffic light so that it can make its own decision when to cross the road. If somebody comes along and tips it over, it sends an alarm back to head office to say, please fix me.
I'm with Will Mason he's the Managing Director of Maxon in the UK. Will, I don't know where to start with you, my friend. There was so much in your presentation. I just don't know where to start. From strawberry picking robots to cars, it was incredible. How do you think the next 50 years, because the last 50 years have gone crazy, haven't they, in terms of technology? What do you think the next 50 is going to be like?
I think sort of some of the technologies like the motors, I don't think they'll change that much, but I think it's how they're being used. And I think it's the control of the motors and actually the brains in the machines that's going to make the difference. So before, everything was being controlled by a human, and if you can take humans out of the equation, things can get more reliable, better, faster, don't need coffee breaks. There are disadvantages, they sometimes don't work. But I think that's where the technology will change dramatically, that the brains of a machine will make decisions what it's going to do for itself.
And in terms of the skills in the industry, you know, we are the autonomous robots are
Yeah.
replacing people, which
Yeah.
some people might see as a negative, but surely that's an opportunity.
Huge opportunity because
It's
it's a real skill, programming,
Yeah.
writing the software, developing this new software. I mean, the trouble we have at Maxon is we were discussing it recently. We don't know what we're going to need in 10 years' time. You know, we know we're going to need mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, but there's going to be software engineers and, you know, AI intelligence engineers that we don't know what their skills are needed yet. So that's going to be the hard bit.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I know Maxon, and I know some of the projects that you get involved with, and it's mind-blowing. I remember saying to Karen, your marketing director, that it's like travelling ahead sort of 30 years from what I can see. So fair play, and Flabella did a great job yesterday, and you've done finished the show off and had a great great day to end up a great event.
I mean, Maxon is really lucky. We've got so many passionate people. I mean, you've met a couple of, you know, and it's just, it's exciting what we get involved in. It's never a boring day.
No.
You know, it's sort of these, and actually the UK, while we might not be seen as good as high volume manufacturing, we're really good at this cutting edge high tech technology, and it's amazing how many of these sort of projects start in the UK. The manufacturing might end up in Far East or you know, Eastern Europe, but it often starts in the UK. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for spending time, and thank you for such a great presentation.
No, it's good. It's good fun.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So one other thing I think that's worth mentioning is yesterday Deepak mentioned the advisory group. Now this was set up several months ago, and it gives the hub and its operations team the cross-sector oversight and inputs from the external users of the hub that they really need to have that sanity check on, are we doing the right thing, are we heading in the right direction? So all of those people, some of them are here today, they're all volunteering their time to do that. So I'd like to thank you all who volunteered to join that group for stepping forward and doing that. It's absolutely essential to continue in the hub.